From the High School for Recording Arts in St. Paul, we present another edition of the Midwest Basketball League. Today we've got a friendly rivalry, the rubber match between two Northwest Division teams. Big playoff implications are at stake. The Minnesota Lakers at 7-4 host the TC Elite at 8-5. Greetings everyone, I'm Mike Peden alongside the ambassador Don Ackerman. Don, both teams are fighting for a wild card in the Western Conference. It looks like Cedar Valley is going to take the Northwest Division, and if either of these two teams want to get into the playoffs, this is a must-win game.
Yeah, it's really going to be a Wild West shootout. We're expecting a lot of points tonight, or today, and it's for the playoffs, so it's very important.
These teams split the regular season series. TC Elite hosted the first two meetings. I spoke with Nicole Charles, the owner of TC Elite. She told me there was a lack of focus on their part in the last meeting, but after a big win over Cedar Valley a couple of weeks ago, she feels their focus is back on track.
Yeah, and that's a big game, and then they face them again in their next game. So to be able to get them 2 out of 3 and get 2 wins there, like you said, big deal for when you're trying to make the playoffs.
The Minnesota Lakers looking to start a new winning streak after their 6-game win streak was snapped last week by Cedar Valley. That being said, they do it with balance. We've seen it over the last couple of games. Rock Rogers, Dominic Dawson, Latrell Love getting the start today in place of Kevin Thompson, so we'll see if he can follow up his production off the bench.
Yeah, we know Love's fun to watch, so it'll be interesting to see how he reacts in the starting position.
A big game awaits us. You're watching the Midwest Basketball League.
Number 0, Art Harris.
Don and I back here. We had a slight delay waiting for some officials to arrive, but we are ready to play now. Starting lineups are being introduced. We'll recap them for you here. TC Elite will start Art Harris, number 0, CJ Parker, number 4, Elijah Saba, number 9, AJ Wilson, number 7, and Q Bay, he goes by Q, just one letter, number 10. Lakers will start Meach Williams, number 1, Dominic Dawson, number 4, Rock Rogers, number 5, Latrell Love, as we noted, getting the start over Kevin Thompson today, who's out. He's number 7, Quinton Jackson, number 24.
And now, the starting lineup.
We noted the significance of this game for the playoff race. It's top 4 teams in each conference, so 2 division winners, 2 wild cards. Cedar Valley, with the win over the Lakers last week, probably have locked up the Northwest Division again. So these two teams, the Lakers and TC Elite, are battling for one of those 2 wild card spots in the West.
Also at number 1,
Yeah, I was going to say TC is Elite beat Cedar Valley, and they host them again next week, or in their next game. So that could be neat. Get 3 wins like that in a row could be a pretty big feat, and a great way to get yourself launched into the playoffs and get that wild card.
That being said, this game is an important one because if you get the win, you win the season series.
Right.
Which means you hold the tiebreaker.
So I think the ref is done tying his shoes. I think we got one of the refs putting on a brace or something, and I think once that's ready, we'll be ready to get started.
Now the Lakers have played 2 fewer games. They are still scheduled for a makeup game. As you recall, the season opener was scheduled for April, but that was pushed back due to the April blizzard.
Yes.
So they still have a couple of games to try to make up some ground, but they've got to feel pretty motivated because they came this close to beating Cedar Valley on the road last week.
And that makeup game will be at home, so they get one more day of
July
home
15th,
cooking.
we'll be here for that one. And for TC Elite, a win will put them at 9-5 again, likely out of the division race for the title, but getting the wild card would be a big help. So we're going to have 2 officials today instead of our usual 3, and we have a do-over for the tip. Now I saw, Don, you were helping Dominic Dawson rebound a few shots during warm-ups today.
Yeah, he's the first one in the gym. I love the first one in the gym. That's my favorite guy right there. Seeing him in here working out early.
I know the 2 of you were talking a little World Cup.
We were, yes. Yeah, I kicked the ball to him once and said, little World Cup for you.
Sabah gets us started in the scoring department. Elijah Sabah, formerly played in Taiwan. The Lakers, led by Jason Sandifer. TC Elite, their head coach, somebody who knows a thing or two about the game, as Dominic Dawson gets the hook to fall. Tomorrow more.
Yes. Dawson's fun to watch in the post, so I was happy to help him by rebounding. I figure that's the whole point of going pro, is having somebody else rebound for you.
CJ Parker looking to make a move, 9 to shoot. As you know, we play pro rules. Parker drives, Dawson there with the block. Rebound, no putback for Art Harris. Rock Rogers leads the team in scoring and knocks down the 3.
Good quick outlet by Love.
So it should be 5 to 2. TC Elite cannot respond. That was Elijah Sabah. Here's Quinton Jackson. Out to Meach Williams. Love. Spin move, and he hits the mid-range baseline, Jay.
With Dawson and Love down low, I would think that the Lakers could take a good advantage of that size. See if TC tries to combat that later on, if they do have success with that.
7 to 2 is our score, and we've got a foul. That will send Q Bay to the line. It looks like I think Quinton is his full name, but he goes by Q, so that's what we'll call him.
Yep.
Second in the Branding League. Runner-up, I should say, finished second. Averaged 32.1 points a game last year. Rock Rogers not happy about something.
He's telling himself that it's afternoon and time to get going.
I think he had said he had to wake something up.
Yes.
Wake himself up.
Yes.
Cube splits at the line.
Oh.
And a near
Knocked loose, but still
miscue.
Lakers ball.
Well, a near miscue there on the part of the Lakers.
Dawson had it knocked out of his hand, just let it go. Oh, we got
And
time.
we have a stoppage in play.
I think we have a ball check going on.
We're doing a ball check. As you know, certain amount of pounds of pressure, or I don't know what the exact
You know, I thought I did see a
specification.
Patriots shirt in here, so it's always good to check.
Yes,
Make sure
make
everything's
sure
okay.
the balls are properly inflated.
Make sure everything's legit.
And
Oh.
we're back to action. Latrell Love, long 2 is no good. Rebound goes to Sabah. 3 on the way, that's short.
Rogers dances the sideline, but he is not able to keep himself in bounds. Good pressure on Rogers, causing them to turn that ball over.
Here's CJ Parker. And
Step
TC
back
Elite
fake.
throws it away.
Rogers tipped it out of
No,
bounds.
it's been overruled.
I did see Rogers tip it. I don't know if it was tipped after he tipped it. He's contending it certainly was.
Three ball off the heel. Rebound, no putback. I'm having a tough time seeing over there. Rock Rogers
Wow.
sees a lane, but he can't finish. CJ Parker with the board. He sprints down and will go coast to coast. And we're tied at 7. Jackson out to Love.
Love's gonna bang it.
Looking for the penetration. Count it. Latrell Love, well known to the Lakers and TC Elite. You may recall in our last broadcast, I interviewed him post-game and drew a lot of inspiration from professional wrestling.
There's definitely a theatrical aspect to his game.
Oh, yes, there is nothing pedestrian about him, as we noticed last home game. He cannot complete the three-point play.
He's got that head shake, too. If you're watching on YouTube, check that out. Rewind it if you watch it. It's kind of fun. Ooh, nice drive.
Cubay. And it's 9-7.
You can see how smoothly Bay is, and you can imagine that he can be somebody who is an MVP-type player.
Love. He walked.
Oh, I saw a tug on the jersey, but that was not
Parker
called.
may have gotten away with one.
Coach calling out a mismatch.
Parker can't hit the three. Rebound, Meach Williams.
Nice spin.
Nice finish. Parker bouncing over to Cubay.
Good defensive recovery.
TC Elite resetting. Here's Art Harris. They swing it around. Three ball, bullseye. A.J. Wilson, a graduate of Murray State. He's a special education teacher when he's not hooping it up.
Yeah, he's actually trying to teach Love a couple things, and they're talking about that.
Meach Williams says right back at you. Second three of the game for the Lakers. And Tamara Moore calls a timeout. Tamara Moore, as we noted, high credentials in the sport of basketball. All-time leading scorer at Minneapolis North, won a state championship in '98 and was the first African-American to win Miss Basketball Minnesota. Played 4 years at Wisconsin. Then spent 6 years in the WNBA, including part of her rookie season with the Minnesota Lynx.
Very successful.
That was back in 2002, long before the dynasty years of Cheryl Reeve. But she's been moonlighting on a few different avenues. Radio personality. She's been trying her hand at coaching. She was a head coach at a couple of schools, is now part of the staff at Minneapolis Edison. And she was the one who recruited Nicole Charles to become a co-owner of the TC Elite. So not often you have two women representing the ownership, but Nicole doing a lot of semi-pro work, a big fan of community involvement. And she was part of the Minnesota Black Ice team from years ago, wanted to stay in the game.
Yeah, it's great to see.
So she handles more of the administrative duties. And on top of that, she's also attending a lot of games that her children take part in. She's a mother of 6, and a couple are in high school, including her oldest son, who will be a senior next year at Patrick Henry.
That's impressive. That's a lot of work.
And speaking of a lot of work, TC Elite, they haven't had a regular home gym, much like the Lynx a year ago.
Yes.
Last home game, they had to play at North Heights Lutheran Church. The week before that, the big one over Cedar Valley, as C.J. Parker drives and scores, they had to play the Cedar Valley game at the Farview Community Center, a gym with no AC.
We're calling for a towel break here. Yeah, and as far as games go, their next game, they are home on the 21st. And if you're interested in checking out that game, follow them on Facebook or visit tcelite.net.
So TC Elite normally plays their home games at Patrick Henry High School, but the campus is under some construction, doing a refit. And they haven't played a home game there since the last meeting with the Lakers.
Which makes their playoff run a little bit more impressive, considering they're constantly moving around.
If they can get that wild card spot. But Nicole told me earlier this week, we don't care, we can win anywhere.
Great attitude.
7:02 left in the first quarter. Lakers lead TC Elite 14-12.
All right, ready to get going.
Meach Beats Williams. No good. Karen bounces out to Rock Rogers, fresh shot clock. It's a little warm inside the gym, but we do have AC in the main campus. Rebound is tipped. Cube all alone.
Oh, almost stole the inbound there. Almost pulled a Chichi moment.
Substitution, TCLE. Barry and Jackson for supply, AJ Wilson.
Tony Berry checking in along with Gaston Didiu. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Didiu, number 32. Berry, number 5. 5 to shoot. Jackson step back 3, rims out. Dominique Dawson can't tip it in. We're tied at 14. TC Elite looking to retake the lead. Berry recovers. Now here's Didiu.
Here we go. Got some size in the post.
Goes up. Got the post up move. Couldn't finish.
Ooh, look at Dawson fighting.
Williams tried to hook up Dawson on the entry pass, but Dawson couldn't get free in time to get it. 3 ball. No good. Rebound Dawson. Williams to Love. Couldn't get a clean grip on it. That may have affected his drive to the lane. Cube thought about a 3, backs off. TC Elite will try with Berry.
Oh,
He can't knock down the rainbow.
Barry was open on the cut early. Didn't get seen. Got a chance for a 3. Didn't go down for him. I have a feeling that layup earlier would have warmed him up better.
Rogers goes up, no good. Dawson with the putback slam. They can't keep Dawson away from the post forever. Parker for 3. Yes.
Probably hear a little bit of the friendly chatter going on between these teams. They do know each other pretty well.
Backdoor play from Love to Williams. And beats Williams. Goes up to 7. High low. Didiu can't drain the reverse. Jackson.
Oh, definitely grabbed. Oh, line change.
AJ Wilson. On just about Bryce Williams checks in for CJ Clarker for Frequency Bay and Mark Harris.
3:59 left in the first quarter, 18-17. You're right, we do have line change subs. And a foul was called on TC Elite.
Trying to force him to step out of bounds there. Didn't quite work.
Kenny Bass, one of the speedsters on the floor for TC Elite. Bass and Therese Smith also can mash the accelerator. 3 to shoot. Bass gets rid of it. That goes off the rim. Picking up the rebound is Bryce Williams, who's a rapper when he's not on the hardwood. Didiu. No good. Rebound is won by TC Elite. And from point-blank range, A.J. Wilson can't make the layup, but another offensive rebound. Bryce Williams rejected. And that's Lakers ball.
Beautiful drive, just couldn't get through the trees. He was floating through the sky beautifully, though, for a moment.
And if you're the Lakers, an impressive defensive stance.
Yes, the Lakers have been very impressive defensively.
Shades of last night, in a sense. with the Lynx and the Dream, the first half was a defensive slugfest.
Yeah, it was a very contentious game.
Well, you had a little bit of that too. Sloppy passing. Atlanta closing in on Sylvia Fowles, keeping her in check.
Yes.
But as we saw in the second half, if the outside shooters get going, well, stopping Syl won't be enough.
And everybody I talked to today said this will be a close game with a lot of points. So far, we're a little shade under what I expected, but we should see a lot of points here. And both teams are going to score a lot.
No, give it time. We have a long way to go. This is only the first quarter.
Correct. Nice pick.
That's Barry. And drawing the foul is Elijah Saba. He will shoot 2.
Foul was committed to the Lakers. TC Elite number 9, Elijah Saba, has the line, shooting 2.
Saba, as we mentioned, playing in Taiwan. There's a few overseas professionals on this roster.
Yeah, current and future. Or past and future, I meant.
He is the same.
Saba goes up to 4. TC Elite with a 1-point lead.
Oh, low pass.
Shamar Wilson couldn't read it, and an unforced error on the Lakers.
Wilson didn't have any chance there, I don't think, to get that pass. Ooh.
And a blocking foul was called from the trailing ref. Saba gets the layup, has a chance for 3. But it wasn't the ref at the sideline, it was the ref who came in late. He called the blocking foul all the way back from the backcourt.
Yeah, there was a ton of contact there.
And Therese Smith is wondering, where was the contact? 3-point play is good for Saba. And TC Elite takes a 4-point lead. Again, second place on the line for the Northwest Division. More importantly, a wild card berth. There's still a few games to go as Therese Smith floats in a baseline finger roll.
Yeah, it was a very nice little floater there.
That was Kenny Bass, I
Wilson's
believe.
pass was phenomenal.
But
There might be a mismatch here.
this is a game both teams want to keep their wild card hopes intact. Tony Berry hits the 3. Five-point lead for TC Elite, their largest. Three ball, no good. Dawson will shoot 2. He collided with Tony Berry on the putback attempt.
Dawson got there first. That's how you get the foul.
That's how you do it. Tamara Moore not pleased about something. Dawson averaging 14.1 a game. We spoke of the balance in the open. Rogers averaging 18.8. Kevin Thompson, he's not here. He scores 14.8, so big source of offense not available for this Lakers team. Latrell Love and Dominique Dawson both average 14.1, so finding someone to replace Kevin Thompson will be crucial as the game goes on. Dawson, no good. Lakers get the save.
Oh, nice back and forth there. Little give and go.
And driving all the way for the layup, Ernest Clayton using the pump fake to perfection. Persistence paying off for the Lakers, even though Dawson blanked at the line. Lakers still got points out of that possession. Latrell Love goes back in, giving Dominique Dawson a breather. Less than a minute to play in the first quarter. Lee Moore. Kick out, and that will be a block. It looked from here that Lee Moore was going to get called for a charge. And that should send him to the line with the Lakers in the bonus.
Lee Moore heads to the line for the Lakers, shooting 2 with 49.5 seconds left on the first.
Lee Moore averaging 8.4 a game, and it looks like the DJ wants our job.
He gets it first.
And that's the first make at the free throw line for the Lakers.
That's a big turnaround too, that charge versus a block.
And the DJ
almost gets involved
got
in the play.
pumped. Well, he almost lost his, whatever that device is. I don't know if you call it an audio board.
Lakers keeping possession mean they can make this a 1-point or tie the game.
Wilson. Count it. He was bumped en route to the rim, and they give him continuation.
Fancy little scoop there. And now the game is tied.
And if Wilson can hit this free throw, he averages 8.4. The Lakers would retake the lead, but the first quarter, just the appetizer. And as you probably are aware of, the running joke, especially in NBA games, is wait until the last 5 minutes. Another miss. The Lakers 1 of 6 now at the line.
Game stays tied.
Free throw shooting was an issue at their last game with the Broncos. Tony Berry, long 2.
Nice
off the
rebound.
heel. 3 on the way. No good. Art Harris collects the board.
Not seeing a lot of boxing out going on down there.
TC Elite can run out the clock.
Ooh, splits the
Cubé.
defenders.
No good. And we end the first quarter the way we started, tied at 25.
Wow.
Some sloppy play in that period.
Yeah, I think that sloppy play means we're seeing slightly less points than we expected.
But we still have 36 minutes to go.
Correct. And a lot of, I think that's increased the frustration level, which you can kind of see on both sides.
Well, you saw the Lynx Dream game last night, frustrations boiling over in the first half. Tiffany Hayes and Cheryl Reed both got teed up.
Yeah, I thought Reed was going to
Expressing
throw a jacket. I thought it was going to be one of those days if it kept happening.
Yeah, both expressed their displeasure over the officiating. While we're on this quarter break, Don, I understand you discovered some big moments recently for the Lakers. We had some birthdays and some weddings. So what do we have here on the Lakers end?
Oh yeah, Shane Bossett got married and enjoyed a honeymoon. I congratulated his wife. And then Tari Smith had a birthday on Thursday. And I guess you could say we're celebrating today with Food Truck Day. We got the Davis Street Deli truck coming here, I think, for halftime.
We hope.
We hope. Yeah, because there's no concessions this week. So hopefully that truck is here to provide nourishment and refreshment for the people here. They're also planning to have a deli truck here at their last home game on the 15th. So if you're interested in checking it out, come on down. There's food and basketball. Courtside seats are only $10.
And if you want to get the latest scores and standings, go to officialnbl.org, the home page for the Midwest Basketball League.
Yeah, and if you want to keep up with the Lakers, the best bet is the Facebook page, pretty much the same with TC Elite, or you can check out their website, which they update frequently as well. They both have Twitter accounts, but they're not the most active, they tell me. So check out their Facebook page if you want to keep up with them.
We have one more scheduled home game. We might have two. We're waiting to see if that April date will be made up. But July 15th, I can assure you snow will not be a factor. July 15th, the Lakers host Cedar Valley And unless we get a makeup, that will wrap up the home portion of our Lakers coverage.
Yeah, and with summer in full effect, I think I'd rather see, rather than snow, I'd rather see snow cones. Can we do that? We'll have to mention that, see if that can work for us.
And to give you an idea of how loose the environment is at Midwest Basketball League games, we saw our DJ, Michael Wright, back out there doing warm-ups.
Yep.
And one of our camera guys, Jeff Madio, did the same. You know,
yeah, he took the DJ to the hoop and scored.
Everybody gets a chance to play at these Midwest Basketball League games. Let's just say you would never see that sight at a Lynx game.
Probably not.
Or a college game.
Ooh, a lot of contact there.
Lakers ball. Therese Smith getting the poke away from Cubé. Lee Moore hesitates. Short on the three. Rebound, Art.
Oh.
And a foul is called after Smith tripped up Cubé.
Sure looked like he hit a wet spot.
It's possible, but Smith was there and the officials saw things differently. Three, rims out.
Ooh, nice pass.
That was the basketball equivalent of a one-timer.
Correct.
Art Harris tipped the rebound over to Tony Berry, and the touch pass results in a layup.
Great vision on his part to see that.
Therese Smith looking for the answer, cannot convert. Latrell Love pump fakes, lost control. TC Elite ball, and they waste no time inbounding it.
Love thought the Lakers had that one if he let it go. He had a chance to stop it, I think.
Harris fakes the three. Didu trying the post up. He's doubled. Harris, high-low. And free throws coming for C.J. Parker. Parker played his most recent professional season in Spain. In the fall, he will go to Portugal to continue making money in the sport of basketball.
Sounds great. Oh.
Substitution, Michael Hudson shakes hands for Antonio Berry, TC.
C.J. Parker settles for a split. He's up to 8. And it's 28-25. Lee Moore, kick out. Smith looks for a lane, sees one, but he's blocked.
Man, they love driving into the lane, but it's congested down there. Nice find.
Wide open for TC Elite. C.J. Parker hits the reverse. He goes up to 10.
They got a 5-point lead again.
Lee Moore with Didu in his face. Doesn't matter. He drains the three.
That's a big shot.
TC Elite goes outlet on the other end. Cubé, the beneficiary.
I was thinking the Lakers need to get their outside game going so their inside game can get going too.
But they got to stay attentive off of inbounds. Lee Moore kicks out. Another three. This one short. Didn't touch rim, so no reset. 8 to shoot. Love sees it. Baseline J is short. C.J. Parker.
Oh.
Racing down the floor, and he draws the foul.
Dude, really frustrated there, number 32. He's steaming about some contact between him and Love. He's handling it very professionally, but you can tell he's really unhappy. He's not very demonstrative, but he's making his point heard right now.
Yeah, Love has been a little more tame by his standards, at least in the first quarter.
Oh, hang on. I think. Do we have a technical foul being called here?
I may have misspoken. Either that or there's some confusion about a substitution. And Latrell Love will be subbed for Dominique Dawson. And Jason Sandefur, sensing Latrell Love might be losing his cool a bit.
Smart play. That's exactly what I would do. Love has a lot of passion for the game. When it starts to boil over, just turn off the burner a little. Let him simmer, then you can put him back out there.
Long way to go, and that's a smart thing to do. Don't put your players in a position where they can inflict damage on themselves. Lee Moore, step back, swish. That's his second triple. 1 point game. And without Kevin Thompson, as we noted, finding another source of offense critical to the Lakers' success today.
Yeah, I was quietly wondering to myself if Clayton is that guy. He seems to have a pretty good stroke to himself and a good professional demeanor. I was kind of wondering if he might be the guy to step up. Just seeing him on defense here would look pretty good. I'm wondering if he might be the guy who can plug that gap for points. We'll see. He's tried a couple shots deep. I thought early on in pregame, watching him warm up, he looked pretty good, but his shot didn't drop. So I think if he gets hot, we can see what happens.
Timeout was called. 8:39 left in the second quarter.
And I think we got one of the referees auditioning, seeing if he can make one of these squads. He's shooting between the breaks.
Apparently everyone wants to play.
Everybody loves basketball. I guess that's why we're all here. So during the huddle, Love's cooling out all by himself on the left there, you can see. Kind of interesting. Sitting on the far end of the bench, if you want to call it that. So he might not be going back into the game real quick. I feel like TC Elite have had a better game, but it is only a 1 point game at this point. I think the Lakers have struggled a little bit from shooting from the outside, and still they're in this. Here we go.
Back and forth this game goes. Who will win? We'll know soon. Rock Rogers rejected by Didu. TC Elite ball.
Oh, errant pass.
Picked up by Ernest Clayton.
Ooh,
Lee Moore, deep three. I don't know if that was the best move. And then a foul. I believe that will go on Lee Moore. Yes.
Yeah, pretty big reach around. Oh, Moore resisted the chance to shoot it there. Probably the first person I've seen hesitate on a shot today. Everyone else wants to shoot. Not really a smart play by Moore there. I think he was more frustrated his three-pointer didn't drop.
I believe she still holds the steals record at Wisconsin.
I could believe that.
And coincidentally, she wasn't the only Minnesota rep on the Badgers in those years. As Michael Hudson misses the three. Rebound, and Cube gives TC Elite another second chance bucket.
Yeah, Bay's pretty smooth, so he's making a difference here.
Therese Smith. No good.
Nice step back. They need some offensive rebounds.
And Art Harris gets on the board and has a chance for three. Art Harris, formerly played in Taiwan, runs his own training business titled Work of Art.
That play very much was a work of art, right?
Yeah, rather fitting title for a training business, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah, and on that play, he really didn't have full control, but he kept pushing forward and was able to get that bucket converted.
Wilson scoops up the miss. Here's Hudson. He puts in the reverse.
Nice fake. You can see TC Elite bench standing up to support that. The energy seems to be pushing their way.
The lead goes up to 7, and TC Elite will be in the bonus for the rest of the period. Meech Williams will shoot 2.
Love's moved back onto the Lakers bench, so I think he's getting ready to ponder checking in.
Substitution Lakers, Kenny Bass checks in for Ernest Clayton.
Right now it's Kenny Bass who will see floor time, and Jordan Osberg making his first appearance. He wears number 39. That's not a number you see often. Three, long, rebound, Cube, and it will stay with TC Elite.
Substitution TC Elite, Bryce Williams checks in for Quincy Jackson.
Quicker substitutions than we usually see. I think both teams are just trying to find the right formula here. Lakers trying to, I think, improve their defensive stance. Oh, that's a nice pass.
Michael Hudson cuts to the rim. Osberg read it all the way. Rock Rogers knocks down the three. TC Elite wanted a traveling call. They don't get it. In any event, a much-needed triple for the Lakers.
Jackson sold that pivot foot like I've never seen it sold before. He really made it. Ooh.
Oh, and Hudson lost his grip.
All right, it's getting exciting in here.
Williams for three. Missed everything. But Hudson, he picked it up, couldn't stay in bounds, so the Lakers get a break and a fresh shot clock.
There we go.
Dominique Dawson powers his way in.
I mean, if you have Dominique Dawson, why don't you do that all day long? Shooting threes is fun, but the guy working in the post, his percentage should be way higher.
Rock Rogers airballs the three, and TC Elite picks it up.
They're looking to run.
And one.
Strong pound to the floor, and then a quick drive. That was a powerful play.
Sabah exerting his influence down low.
Rogers pregnant with the foul. Sabah is the number TC Elite shooting 2. Correction, shooting 1.
And he converts.
And the lead continues its ascent for TC Elite. It's an 8-point advantage. Brock Rogers is fouled.
Takes the contact, uses his body to protect the ball, and gets a nice little layup. Doesn't go in, but I think that pick and roll with Dawson could be pretty dangerous. He starts feeding Dawson down low. Hasn't done it yet, but Dawson's been a great teammate coming out for the picks when he's been asked.
Let's see if the Lakers can start converting at the charity stripe. They were 2 of 8. Now 4 of 10. (43-37). Osberg was in trouble. No worries, he'll find Saba, who's running on all cylinders.
Lane was wide open, plenty of room for him to operate.
Saba up to 12.
Ooh,
Pass broken up.
good defense.
Rogers gets there, 10 to shoot. He won't wait that long. Three's no good. Dawson with the putback deuce. Dawson, the cleanup artist. And that makes it a
He hasn't really been
6-point game.
featured, but he's been stuck in more cleanup duty. Nice pass.
3 on the way, short. Count it for Tony Berry.
Very rewarded for his hard work there.
And TC Elite just a little bit faster down low. He misses the free throw. Ball pinballs around. Look out. Kenny Bass gets the layup. I don't know if he saw Sabah down there. Sabah was bracing himself.
They were running by. They weren't worried about him.
And I think Bass made contact with him.
Time for another towel break. Got a lot of sweat on the floor today. Meanwhile, TC Elite's talking about what their next play is going to be.
They lead 47-41. In a battle for second place, effectively, in the Northwest Division. Winner gets the tiebreaker for the season series. And keep their wild card playoff hopes intact.
Wow.
Lakers steal the inbound. The rainbow hook. Kenny Bass.
It's a nice floater. TC Elite just basically fell into the trap the Lakers threw at him at that double team. They did not need to throw that to him.
The Lakers, they play aggressive defense, and they don't apologize for it. It can result in some fouls, but it can also result in big momentum swings. Elijah Sabah will not be denied in the paint.
Ball flying around. Players flying around.
Timeout, Minnesota Lakers.
Good idea.
49-43, Sabah facing few obstacles in the lane today. He's up to 14.
Yeah, it seems like the Lakers have the size, but TC Elite is getting more points in the post.
Lakers still have yet to get a double-digit score. That will change eventually, but the difference in this game, TC Elite with better inside penetration.
Yeah, the Lakers are balanced as we kind of expected, and TC Elite, unexpected, I guess, in a way. Just doing a better job. This time the Lakers are ready to go earlier than the TC Elite. Pretty much reverting to their starting lineup. Two speedsters. I'm wondering if they're going to use Dawson a little bit more.
Lakers are ready to go. That was a brief huddle.
Very brief huddle. They are fired up and ready to go. James was able to get his message through very clearly and quickly.
Different story at the TC Elite bench.
All right, here we go. Lakers saving clock here.
Interesting strategy with 3:44 to go.
Correct.
In the second quarter. Jackson had nowhere to go, and he throws it right into the hands of Art Harris, who then loses it to Meach Williams.
Should be a good fast break opportunity for the Lakers here.
3-on-1, Rock Rogers hesitates and gets the layup.
Unselfish play by Dawson. Rogers with an aerobatic maneuver.
You mean acrobatic?
Oh. Yes.
Aerobatic, maybe a new word.
Tongue got tied there.
Top of the key for three. Jackson is long. Rebound goes into the hands of C.J. Parker.
Dawson was in great position, just has to collect that rebound.
Tony Berry. Three is too strong. Rogers with the board. Another chance for the Lakers. Jackson didn't see his defender, and C.J. Parker swipes it away. Tony Berry, no good. Had an opening, couldn't finish. Jackson for three. Short, and the rebound will tip out of bounds. Lakers keep it with 2:23 left.
We have a foul called on the floor. The other referee did not hear it.
So that will make it TC Elite ball, and that should put them at the line unless it was an offensive foul.
I did see the ref indicating push.
Right, so TC Elite ball. I don't know if a foul was called, but I never know what's going on sometimes at these games.
It's fast-paced.
It is, and we don't have officials explaining things to the scores table and the broadcast table like you do in the pros. Dawson, 17-footer, rims out.
Oh, nice rebound.
Bass tipped it to Williams. And
Williams'
the Lakers,
floater's working today.
Right, Lakers are sinking their floaters. Although that sounds like an oxymoron, doesn't it, sinking your floaters?
Plastic silverware. We'll think about that. So we're back to a 2-point game.
Or a contradictory statement. But you're right. Lakers hanging around. And
Lakers'
the shot clock goes off.
has been raised.
C.J. Parker wasn't aware of it.
That avoided the refs having to decide if that was a charge or a block.
Lakers get another stop. Quinton Jackson out of control.
Dawson threw it up. TC Elite running. Barry's laying out. Oh.
Kenny Bass denies Cubay.
Bass netted that one really well. Barry was wide open out of the hoop. He stuck the player with the ball, thinking he might try to take it in himself, and stopped him. Very good play on defense.
That's why you see a lot of players hustle, even in fast break situations. You never know when you can get the rejection. But a foul is called, and C.J. Parker will shoot a pair. You did note the lower scoring nature, at least in the first half. The last time both teams failed to reach 100 was their last meeting, when the Lakers defeated TC Elite 96-80.
I was getting the impression from people, as Parker hits the bucket, that we were going to get 120, 130 points. They expected to see some running and high scoring. Maybe the second half will show it, but I think the defensive intensity is a little bit stronger than they anticipated.
Parker makes the free throws. He goes up to 12. Less than a minute. Jackson is hacked.
Dawson sets another nice pick and then backs up for the roll.
Quinton Jackson doesn't score a ton, averaging 5.9 a game. Has yet to get on the board here.
Number 24, Quinton Jackson has the line for the Lakers, shooting 2.
Tamara Moore saying something to C.J. Parker.
Yes, talking about selling the foul. Making sure she's loud enough the ref can hear in case that can influence his decision. Yes.
I've known Tamara Moore for years, though. She does not do things in a silent fashion. You know when she's around.
Yes.
Not afraid to express herself.
Nice defense there, turning into offense.
More free throws coming for the Lakers. Kenny Bass drew the foul. Bass averaging 10.8 points per game for the Lakers this season.
Kenny Bass has the line for the Lakers, shooting 2.
Lakers bench offering a lot of advice to the players on the floor. TC Elite telling their players to pick up their intensity.
And as we noted, this is a friendly rivalry. Nicole Charles, for example, knows a lot about the Lakers players. Latrell Love especially, but Rock Rogers another one. 3 bounces around but does not fall. Lakers can continue their push here. It's Bass. Wow. What a move! Kenny Bass goes for the razzle-dazzle. And the Lakers playing full court press. Shot clock and game clock separated by about a second. Oh, A.J. Wilson, I thought he stutter-stepped. He throws it away anyway. 3 is short.
Oh, Bass was running the floor too. Now it's going to be an easy dunk or layup.
C.J. Parker throws it down, and that will bring the first half to an end. So the Lakers with a chance to end the first half with authority. Instead, it was TC Elite and C.J. Parker with an uncontested slam. And in this Northwest Division battle, it's 53-52, TC Elite with a 1-point lead.
That's exactly how TC Elite wanted to finish that half since it was so close. In a way that helps the Lakers. It gives them a little bit of fire in the locker room. Think about, they're in this game, and I think they can still play their best game. TC Elite's played a pretty good game, but they need to get the separation in this second half if they want to get that playoff hunt going.
Mike Peden and Don Ackerman with you. Midwest Basketball League, the Minnesota Lakers and TC Elite. 53-52 is our score. TC Elite with a 1-point lead. Looking at the first half numbers, Kenny Bass with 11 off the bench to lead the Lakers. Beach Williams and Rock Rogers have 10. TC Elite led by a pair of 14, C.J. Parker and Elijah Sabah. Don, TC Elite doing a great job attacking the inside. If the Lakers are going to pull out a win here, they're going to have to find a way to contain the points in the paint.
Yeah, I totally agree. It seems to me like they have the size. It just doesn't really seem like it's happening that way in real life. But you look at the team on paper and you think to yourself, with Dawson and Love down low, they could dominate. You're not seeing that happen. And the outside shot hasn't really been falling the way they'd like. I guess really for either team. So it really is wide open. you can see why these guys are battling for a spot.
And if any of you happen to know or spot a missing food truck, please send it our way.
Yes, unfortunately, we could not find the food truck that we expected here today.
Hopefully they'll be back for July 15th.
Yes, because it compounds the decision not to do concessions because of a food truck.
We'll make it work. We've got another half to play.
Still got our 2 referees getting ready. And it's we're about to have stop hammer time happen. Starters back on the floor. Ref tucking in his shirt. We should be ready to go.
Battle for second place in the Northwest Division. With the regular season coming to a close as we enter the month of July. Again, Cedar Valley looks like they'll be in position to win the division. But there's still a wild card berth, and that's why this game is so important. And we should also point out that no matter who wins this game, even for the loser, as once again TC Elite continuing their inside attack, the losing team would still have a chance to make the playoffs, but they would need a little more help.
TC Elite number 10, Quincy Bay.
The real goal is to control your own destiny.
Exactly, and with the season series tiebreaker at stake, as QB cannot complete the three-point play, that adds a little more imperative to this game.
Love getting down low to post. So is Dawson. That's a tough angle for a pass, though.
It will be a Lakers ball with 2 seconds to shoot. Rogers
beats the shot clock.
But he didn't touch rim, so it should be a dead ball.
I think it tapped the front of the rim. I can see why they're disagreeing.
It did. Okay, so Lakers will hang on to it. I thought it missed it. Moot point.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, a little bit too deep, but he recovers.
And a rare miss down low for Saba.
Rockritz a rebound, is hustled and smiles. Dawson with the drive.
CJ Parker got in there.
Yeah.
And now TC Elite has a 2-on-1. Sabah misses again. Point blank layup. And
Love
he
ran
put it
in there and got rewarded for it. He's going to take a shot as an expectation for a reward as well. That was crazy.
Foul is credit for TC Elite, number 4, CJ Parker.
Still a long way to go, but those points in the paint, finishing, so important.
Yeah, that last drive by Love was a little crazy, but he was excited about getting that rebound.
Every basketball coach and fan will tell you, you've got to make the bunnies. Those are high percentage shots, and if you miss those,
nice fight.
kind of like free throws, you leave a lot of points.
Rock steals a rebound there.
Well, it'll just count as a rebound. You can't steal a rebound in this sport.
I meant he stole the rebound from the other guy. Reached around and scooped it.
That would make for a fun sabermetric stat line, though. Stealing rebounds.
Ooh. What are they going to have? Yeah, they're going to say Love knocked it out.
And it looked like T. Moore had to take a breather for a minute. I think she had to use the restroom. She's going to return to the bench now, so
Okay, our two refs here.
her assistants had to settle it, or had to coach the TC Elite for a minute.
Our two refs here were debating what happened. You have to see the value of 3 when you're having a discussion like that.
Well, in the case, as Ian Malcolm said, when you got to go, you got to go, and apparently T. Moore had to go.
Had to go. She's back, and the Lakers are back with the ball.
Dawson, tough drive. He'll shoot 2.
Strong drive by Dawson. I don't think defense had any choice but to foul him.
Tamara Moore threw her hands up in disbelief. She thought that was a clean play, but Dawson has a chance to score at the line. He has 6 points. Again, averages 14.1. If you just joined us on the SBNN broadcast, the Lakers are without Kevin Thompson, one of their big sources of scoring, 14.8 a game. And are we going to have a sub? No, we're going to play on. I don't know what's going on anymore.
I've never seen sub chairs either, so we got that. That's another new one for me.
Art Harris, short on the 3. Lakers have gotten the margin within 1 a few times in the second quarter, could not pull ahead.
Nice rebound. Oh, stolen.
Scramble for the ball, won by Harris. And Tamara Moore called the timeout. TC Elite didn't hear the whistle at first.
It's a good time for a timeout. TC Elite does not want the Lakers to get the ball and take the lead. They should regroup right now.
.9:28 left in the third quarter.
Well, it's hot outside, Mike, and it's definitely getting a little hot in here.
And the home opener, by the way, or the home finale, I should say, a bit of a doubleheader for us. We'll have Lakers Cedar Valley at 1 o'clock, and then that Sunday night, the Minnesota Lynx host the Connecticut Sun.
Those should be 2 good games.
As the Lynx look to continue their ascent in the playoff standings.
All right, so the Lakers break their huddle with the word hustle. TC Elite still talking about it.
Yeah, once again, they break their huddle first. Whatever Jason Sandover has to say, he doesn't have to go over it with emphasis.
No, I think the Lakers know what they want to do. TC Elite wants to adjust what they're doing because they'd like to have a little bit more success.
And it looks like a Lakers player is getting taped up.
Lakers go big with Love and Dawson. And TC Elite is bringing in their bigs too.
Didu banks it off the glass.
Now Didu played for the U of M for Patino from 2004 to this last year. Looks like a good post player. Has good size and a good calm demeanor.
I believe that was a 3-second call on the Minnesota Lakers. TC Elite gets the ball back. Art Harris finds Sabah in the corner, 7 to shoot. Sabah keeps driving, and he keeps scoring.
Yeah, Sabah put it chest to chest.
Quinton Jackson short on the putback attempt. And TC Elite with a chance to make another run. Three. Yes! In case you thought he was only good in the paint, he can hit 3-pointers too. Timeout. Lakers, TC Elite goes back up by 8.
Good timeout. I was just thinking at this point, you know, one more turnover, one more bucket by TC Elite, and this game could start to separate. Coach recognizes that. Says, I want to talk to my team.
They just have no answer for Elijah Sabah.
Sabah looks pretty strong, that's for sure. And
Whether it's high-low plays, drives to the paint, he finds a way to exert his will.
That last take to the hoop was really strong too. Parker right now is over here talking to the referee about fouls and how to play defense and how to get a charge called. So he might be lobbying for future time when he's in the game. Let's see who breaks the huddle first now. Looks like the Lakers have a little bit more to talk about with that deficit. Just looking at the body language, though, the Lakers don't seem to be as excited about this. They just seem a little bit down, maybe. TC Elite seems a little bit more hyped.
Well, and from a mental perspective, the Lakers have come within one a few times, so they've been right there.
Yeah, they keep fighting back really strong.
They keep fighting back, but just as they are on the cusp of retaking the lead, TC Elite finds another run, usually fueled by Sabah.
Yeah, like you said, we were missing 14 points tonight, so who's going to make up those 14 for us? Is what the Lakers are thinking.
And another difference, Latrell Love not a factor in this one.
No, he really hasn't been.
Now, normally he would come off the bench and give you an anchor of offense that way, but he's been kept in check so far.
Ooh, moment there. Love recognized he was open. Rock does what Rock does. Drives in, gets the foul, and gets himself to the line.
T. Moore thought he got a push off, and from what I saw, I thought he got an arm off too. Rogers catches a break either way. He has a chance to make free throws. Although free throws have been spotty for the Lakers all season.
Certainly not free. Moore recognizes what he's going to do and is yelling that to her team.
I've noticed this, whether it's the Lakers or their opponents, free throws are rarely free in these games.
I stopped calling them that a long time ago.
I don't know why that is. Didu, 17-footer, swish.
Nice shot. He has a confident nod after that one.
He's feeling it.
I watched Dawson shooting foul shots earlier, and he was draining them all pretty cleanly. So some players will work on them, but I don't think it's as much fun, so I don't think you see a lot of that happening in their free time.
9-point lead for TC Elite, their largest of the game. Williams used up the dribble, needs help. Throws a soft lob. Yes. Chance for TC Elite to run. Who else would it be? But Sabah can't put this one in.
Very fancy shot there. This did not go down. Rock does the hop.
Kick out to Jackson. Meech Williams tips in the miss.
Smart tap in. Doesn't try to get the rebound, just try to tap it in. There's too many bigs around him. He recognized that. Just taps in, gets the points.
In the words of Happy Gilmore, just tap it in.
Tap it in.
And don't punch Bob Barker in the face.
No, never.
So we'll see if the Lakers can put up another counter run.
Yep, down 7.
Latrell Love back on the floor.
A lot of dribbling.
Shoot. Jackson got to get it off. He will not.
Time. They're saying that went. Well, that's okay. TC got the rebound. Barry, nice move.
They can run a
by
play
Gary.
in transition. Tony Berry, the three-point specialist, has nothing to show for it, though. Latrell Love, hesitation. He baits Didu that time.
I thought Barry did the right thing on that last play. Settled himself down to take the shot. It didn't drop for him.
As they say, play until the whistle sounds.
Yes, sir.
Another miss from TC Elite. Jackson
Ooh.
goes up and in.
Oh, I thought he got a little touch, but referees aren't going to call that. Now it's time for a timeout because it's a 3-point deficit now.
Whether or not he drew contact, the way he maneuvered around C.J. Parker in midair, that's enough to make Tamara Moore call a timeout.
Very beautiful play. And that Lakers timeout worked. They were able to come back again.
That was the first field goal for Quinton Jackson. And it came with about 5.5 minutes to play in the third.
Wow.
And again, TC Elite build some separation. The Lakers find a way to close it in a hurry.
Yeah, and again, we're seeing what the Lakers do. You've got a balanced attack happening again. You're not really seeing any one player, but Rock does something here. Dawson does something there. Bass will get a steal. It's more divided.
Have you ever seen a game where the officials are throwing up shots in the middle of timeouts?
No, I think it just shows you how much passion they have for the game.
Well, I know a lot of officials were former players, but I've never seen anything like this. In college and the WNBA, you know, they lay back, maybe talk about some things. Well, he got one of those half-court granny shots to go in.
Everybody here wants to shoot. That much I figured out. Moore even shoots one, basically turning.
Moore looked like he just threw one up there.
Exactly.
Very laid-back atmosphere.
Very laid back.
At the Midwest Basketball League. All right. Can he make another one?
And I think on the TC Elite side, we have a player leaving the court.
You're right. That's A.J. Wilson.
One of their starters heading outside.
Graduate of Murray State, has just 3 points, so not a primary facilitator.
Nope.
But that's an absence that could impact the efficiency of TC Elite.
Yeah, he was walking kind of slow, so I almost wonder if it was some kind of upset stomach situation versus any type of injury, but he's outside now, and it's warm enough outside that that's not where you want to be if you want to get comfortable.
On either event, injury or illness, he will not be available for a while. Lakers going for another strip. Williams can't poke it away. And Q-Bay short on the drive.
Great idea. Looking for an easy 2 points. Almost got him.
Dominic Dawson, no good.
Oh,
Latrell Love.
Down deep.
Latrell Love will shoot free throws.
Foul is credited to TC Elite, number 0, Mark Harris.
He'll work for it.
Did he just say foul is credited to TC Elite? Do you want to be credited for a foul?
I don't know. Or is it debited?
It's something, but you don't want credit for it. That I know.
Love wanted that ball, that's for sure.
Love missing the front end. And thinking of, go ahead.
I was going to say Love's going down to make sure it will go in. Confirming, yes, that does happen. And they give him the opportunity to do that. I don't think you see that in a regular game.
You wouldn't see
either.
that in the pros, no. I should say in the other professional leagues.
In the other leagues, yes. I haven't seen fouls do that, and I haven't seen anyone at Target Center do that. But it works. He gets the second one to go.
Lakers 13 of 22 at the line. 2-point game now. Lakers have scored the last 7. Williams. 3-ball corner pocket.
We're going to have another timeout to wipe the floor.
Well, I was going to say, while we have this stoppage, we mentioned in the first half Tamara Moore and her credentials, the first African-American to win Miss Basketball Minnesota. And she was quite the player in her high school days. There was no Coaches Association All-Star game at that time for the women. But Tamara Moore became the first female to play in the Intercity All-Star Classic, an event that went on for over 20 years. But in a way, she was a trailblazer. She was the first African-American Miss Basketball winner, and several more have won the honor since then. Nia Holly 2 years ago.
Yeah, I think now it's the point where we don't have to worry about the color of someone's skin, just the
Right.
talent that they provide, which is a wonderful movement forward.
Angel Robinson won it in 2007.
Oh, get out of there.
Jenna Smith won it in 2006. TC Elite Ball. We mentioned Nia Holly. Taylor Hill, who's now playing for the Washington Mystics, she won the award in 2009.
Whatever happened on that last play, Parker was very amused by it. Williams was too inspired to go forward. He should have turned the ball around and reset. Uh-oh.
But as you were saying, whether you represent the inner city or the suburbs or even outstate, basketball knows no boundaries. If you've got talent, people will notice.
Yes, and we have talent here from all over the United States with different colleges represented.
And different overseas leagues, too.
And different overseas leagues, yes.
5-point game, 4 minutes to play in the third.
Love's down low, working hard.
Dawson fires a three.
Does not get the ball.
That's probably not the shot you want him taking.
No, I like Dawson's inside game a lot more.
Well, he gets the rebound after Didu missed. Therese Smith will fire. Bullseye. And that gets Smith on the board, but TC Elite catches the Lakers falling asleep, and Didu exerts his authority.
That was a beautiful Shaq-like dunk there.
No doubter. Rogers with the answer. Yes.
He's smooth. Now we're back to 1-point game.
He's up to 14, 69-68. Williams slides over to C.J. Parker. Parker through traffic, no bounce. Tough shot though. Brock Rogers, he's hacked. Not a great move there on Didu. Maybe to stop the Lakers transition play, but that's going to put Rogers at the line with the Lakers in the bonus.
Very odd, literally a hand foul. His hand hit rocks. You just don't see that kind of foul that often.
I suppose that's something you do to stop a clear path or prevent a breakaway. I don't know.
Well, if the Lakers can convert some of these foul shots, that'll be a difference. Otherwise, if you're trading a 2-point bucket for 1-2, which is what might happen, that actually you come out ahead.
Lakers are getting to the line, but as we've seen all season, have difficulty making it count. Rogers splits the Lakers. 14 of 24 at the line. TC Elite 8 of 12.
And we are back to being tied.
And free throws are often the biggest stat when you look at points left on the floor. Didu tries the reverse, no good. Ball is tipped out of bounds. It will stay with TC Elite. The Lakers do tie it up though, 69 all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and on that last play, Williams is trying to out-quick the Lakers, and I don't think that's really going to happen. The Lakers are very fast.
Didu, another long two. Really trying to make that outside shot work.
I guess the bigs are wanting to shoot outside. That's kind of the trend, right, in the league. In the league above these guys. But I see nothing wrong with using your bigs to do big things.
And then the league above these guys in the women's leagues.
Yes.
That's the way this game is going. Positionless basketball, some say. Another foul is called on TC Elite, so Kenny Bass has a chance to give the Lakers the lead, and he does.
And that's their first lead in quite a while.
First lead, I believe, since the first quarter.
Yeah.
And Rock Rogers is leaving the Lakers bench. Looked like something may have happened with him.
Yeah, checking his arm. I was almost wondering if he was cut or something.
That's a big loss if he has to missed some time.
Yeah, his calming influence and his smooth steadiness is something very important to the Lakers' success.
He is the leading scorer for the Lakers. They're going to have to navigate without him. 3 is short from A.J. Wilson, who's returned after he stepped outside briefly. Lakers on the drive.
Way deep.
And Shamar Wilson couldn't put it down. TC Elite looking to go transition. And making the stop was Jerry Sweezy. Sweezy, a graduate of Patrick Henry, which is the home floor for TC Elite. And Sweezy denied Bryce Williams a chance for a fast break bucket. Parker penetrates, too strong, and Dawson rips the rebound away. Kenny Bass.
Lakers are running.
Can't bounce it off the rim.
Bouncing off the rim. A lot of their drives seem to do that.
Sabah fakes the 3.
Oh.
And free throws coming for Art Harris.
Oh, we got a thrown ball here. Wilson lucky he didn't pick up a technical there.
Exactly. You throw the ball and the refs see you. That sets you up to get hit with a tech.
I realize they're frustrated after that beautiful fake by Harris, but still, not a great idea.
You cannot spike the ball, no.
You really don't want to do that in a 2-point game.
Rock Rogers back on the Lakers bench, so maybe he just needed to use the restroom.
Perhaps. I see nothing wrong with a coach who decides to gather a technical foul at a critical time to motivate her team, but in this situation, Wilson should not have thrown that. He's lucky he didn't get the technical.
Right, because Harris is at the line. He was going to shoot some free throws. He makes 1 of 2 to make it a 1-point game.
So the fouling seems to be a strategy that helps you get 1 out of 2. Oh, poke
Lakers
loose.
throw it away. Parker. No good. Lakers can't control it. It will stay with TC Elite. They'll have a fresh shot clock.
That was a nice drive by Parker. He was almost too good at avoiding the contact and avoiding the defense because he did not get the foul even though his teammates are clamoring for it. He had a beautiful drive, just didn't drop for him.
And in those situations, they'll give the benefit of the doubt to the ball handler. And Therese Smith
just throws it
an
away.
inbound pass, right. And then he runs into traffic.
Look at that, 3-on-1.
Yeah, Dominic Dawson.
Oh, did he collect the charge? He did not.
He did not. C.J. Parker collects a 3.
Parker showing some
swing.
Parker showing some flashes that show you why he's playing professionally overseas.
He's up to 17. Kenny Bass in trouble. Tips the rebound to himself. Has nowhere to go.
He's on the ground. Flips over. His coach calls a timeout to save him from getting a call. Great timeout.
Samara Moore trying to plead a traveling call.
And the coach for the Lakers is taking a good time looking at the parquet floor. I don't think he knows what to say. He's pondering his words there. Probably frustrated he had to use his timeout there.
He might have been frustrated with himself because just as he called the timeout, Bass was able to get control.
Correct.
And for Jason, it's one of those hindsight plays that make you go, dope.
And that just shows you how contentious this game is, that you really want to save each possession, every timeout. We've got a 2-point game again. This is a battle, and the fourth quarter should be another continuing this battle. We're slightly under pace for that 100-point game.
Yeah, we may get another sub-100 game with just a quarter to play once we wrap up the final 10 seconds of this period.
This time TC Elites broke the huddle first. They're ready to go. We're 10 seconds from another pause where players can talk. Parker working with that same ref again. Definitely trying to negotiate some fourth quarter advantage. And I can tell you, looking at some of the players, they are gassed. They have worked their butts off today.
It is a little warm inside the gym. The building as a whole has air conditioning, but it's a little toasty in here.
A little warm in the gym. Ball gets poked loose. Parker with a nice pass. I was trying to figure out if that was some kind of assist that he was trying to pull off there, or just trying to.
Sabah was just trying to beat the clock.
Possibly. I think he was just trying to not be out of control and just calmly lay it up. I almost thought he was trying to assist one of his teammates on a monster dunk, but there wasn't anybody to take it down.
Tamara Moore has a laugh about it. TC Elite, they lead 73-71 with one more quarter to play.
Wow.
TC Elite 73, Lakers 71, 12 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. Will the Lakers be able to pull off with this second place over TC Elite tied up to see who will be the tiebreaker headed into the 2018 Midwest Basketball League Championships race.
A reminder that we have one more scheduled home game. If we are able to get the makeup date scheduled, we'll let you know. The Lakers definitely will. But July 15th, we'll have broadcast coverage, of course, on SPNN. We'd like to thank all the viewers watching on SPNN and on YouTube throughout the 2018 Minnesota Lakers season. Well, Elijah Sabah held the 2 points in the third quarter. CJ Parker held the 3. But TC Elite found some help from the likes of Cube and Gaston Dedew. Sabah, should say, at 5 points in the third quarter, but it was a low-scoring one, 20-19. And, we're still waiting to see if someone like Latrell Love can get going. And you wonder what impact Kevin Thompson would have in a matchup like this.
I don't know if the matchups would change for TC Elite. It'd be adjusting because there is a lot of substitution changing going on. These guys do know each other pretty well. I have a feeling any one person here or out just means you're just going to do a different alignment of your lining up your players to combat their players.
True, but again, Kevin Thompson averaging close to 15 a game.
Yes.
That's a different story than having your...
Yeah, I don't know if I see the Lakers scoring 14
player.
more points because of one person, though, based on the way this game's going. Oh, lots of still. This is gonna be scrappy.
3 on the way. That's short from Parker.
Parker poses, but is not rewarded for it. Oh.
Entry pass.
Good defense by
deflected.
Parker.
And the Lakers steal one back.
Wilson returns the favor. They're watching the posts.
3 ball. Short.
Really not seeing a lot of inside passing, and typically the offensive rebounds are converted into points, but we're really not seeing a high percentage of those either.
We've seen the Lakers struggle a bit on the inside. Sabah, he's short. Offensive rebound to Cube.
Nice spin move. Got a little bit too deep.
Sabah could not get it underneath. Kenny Bass in trouble.
He recovered.
Recovered and takes maybe the most difficult shot of the game, but it goes in, and TC Elite, we've seen them execute that play a few times. Right after a Lakers score, they push the ball.
Yeah, they keep driving. They really don't stop.
And in some cases, the best time to attack is right after your opponent scores.
Yeah, while they're celebrating their moment, you get 2 of your own back.
that's what QB hopes to do at the line.
Correction, 14, Tyree Smith.
And there we go. Now the substituting begins again.
AJ Wilson checks in for TC Elite, Latrell Love, Jamar Wilson.
Now the official is making sure the ball is going in the hoop.
For the Lakers.
1 of 2.
Well, you were right about that analysis of drawing fouls being good for 1 point.
It should be a 1-point lead for TC Elite. They're correcting the scoreboard now. Nice spoon by Love. He wants the foul. He should get back on defense instead. Come on, Love. You're better than that.
Jamar Wilson gets back on
Nice
defense.
steal. His teammate is there.
Jerry Sweezy brings it home. Jamar Wilson, though, a couple of steals with TC Elite trying to push the ball. And in a game as close as this, every steal, every defensive posture you can put up can help. But C.J. Parker showing his outside range.
Love's asking who's on D on that. There were 3 TC Elite players sitting at the 3-point line waiting for that pass. One of them got it, drained it. Oh, we got a guy on the floor. Oh, how many steps? We got to call something. Oh, we have a conference coming.
Well, the question is, did Williams get continuation?
Exactly.
You know what the Lakers are saying.
Of course, but I think he took an extra step there when he was fouled. So if you call the foul on the floor, that prevents the travel. Players are trying to help. I don't think the referees want it. They're saying, I don't see a lot of confident look here. Guy saying 2 shots. I'm seeing the ref down low call 2 shots.
Well, that seems strange because if they're giving him the shooting motion, that should have been a score. How can you get... Okay, that makes sense now.
Okay, so the 2 fingers up.
You can't, because you couldn't give someone 2 free throws if they got the shooting motion and scored in the process.
I saw the ref down low put 2 fingers up. I didn't really understand what he was saying.
So Meach Williams does get the continuation.
It was a nice
friendly call from our vantage point, but
yeah, friendly call, absolutely. And the foul shots are not free still. Oh, now we have a problem with the scoreboard.
Well, they said the basket was good, and then they took it off the board. So if they counted the basket, it should be 77 all.
You know the best part about this? Look at this. You got the 2 coaches sitting side by side, having a very calm conversation. They're probably the calmest 2 people in the building right now. That's great to see. This
reminds me of De La Salle Holy Angels. I called that game. I shared the story when I did the solo game, Minnesota and Chicago Fury. There was a sequence where Elena Jones got fouled, and it was in the act of shooting, so she had 2 free throws. She missed the first one. It was picked up, and play went on. Nobody realized that Elena needed to shoot her second shot, and so play went on for about 45 seconds with both coaches, Dan Woods and Tanisha Scott, yelling at the officials that she still needed another free throw. Then they stopped play. There was about a 2-minute delay to figure out how much time was on the clock, and they effectively replayed 40 seconds.
And you know what I'm thinking with all this confusion, Mike? We might be lucky that you have this recorded, because maybe they might come over here and say, can you please replay? We need to look at the clock, the score, and make sure we got it right. I think we have agreement here. And for some reason, even the DJs walked out to the scorer's table. Now he's heading back to his booth.
Well, Meach Williams, they gave him the basket, and so it should be TC Elite ball, and it is.
Yes.
Because he missed the free throw. Well, it would have been TC Elite ball anyway.
Okay, and then
so Meach misses the free throw, makes the basket. We are tied at 77 all.
And then the what's going on category, we just had Wilson on the bench talking to some people here while his team was huddling near midcourt saying, hey, get over here, we got to talk. It's hilarious. And we have a fan actually with with Jeff the cameraman talking about basketball too. So we've really got everything covered here. The DJ's talking to the one rep on the left. We have a cameraman talking to a fan on the right. And I think we're ready to start play again.
How many experts do we have on the floor right now? Is it any wonder to you why I drink? All right, we're tied at 77, and Barry lost the ball.
He's able to tap it forward and chase it.
Sweezy, no good.
Oh, great run, just wasn't finished. I almost feel like I'm calling a soccer game. He dribbles the ball along the side, is able to keep it in bounds, runs down to the end, and just is not able to finish.
I want to know what that fan's doing next to Jeff because he's right in the line of fire.
He's not in a very safe spot, no. Oh, back to a towel timeout. We got it's summer, and we got a lot of moisture going on.
And the 2-7s, Latrell Love and A.J. Wilson, are now discussing some matters here.
Yeah, I think the next time I see towels on sale at Kohl's, I'm going to let both coaches know that they may want to have a couple at these games because it is hot outside and it's hot in here.
And they snap right back to it, Wilson and Love.
Oh,
Wilson blocking.
He's able to save it.
Wilson on Wilson, and it was Shamar blocking A.J.
Nice pick by Barry. He's open for the roll. Cuts down low.
Yes. Ard Harris. 79-77.
Wow. Oh, banging. Delson. Love is banging. Barry pops in to help.
Love on Wilson. Tried to bounce it out.
Nice steal. Nice steal. Barry's running, but nobody sees him. Oh, we have an injury timeout here.
I didn't see what happened.
I did
A.J.
not
Wilson
either.
must have happened when TC Elite brought the ball up court.
Oh,
And
looks like
he's going to run.
we have possibly a bloody nose.
You're right. He's going to run straight
Bloody
to.
nose.
Yeah, he's headed straight to the restroom. A.J. Wilson just one three-pointer. And this is the second time he's had to step out of the game.
And we're going to see a very contentious fourth quarter.
Remember, he went outside. You mentioned perhaps looking ill, and so who knows?
Parker tried to sell a push there. It wasn't bought. Oop. Rock says, hey, I'm open. They find him. Now he's going to run a play.
10 to shoot. Rogers.
Oh.
And that should be 3 free throws.
Oh, we're trying to see if we can get a Reggie Miller call called. He kicked his legs out. Referees don't buy it. And then we have another wet spot on the floor. Grab that towel.
That should be 3 free throws for Rogers. Is there anything else that could happen in this game?
I honestly, stay tuned.
This is by far the strangest game I have called this season.
I concur. This is crazy. But it's certainly, from my point of view, it's very crazy in an interesting way. We've got a really close game. Lakers are up shooting here. Can possibly take the lead again. And Wilson is back with some ice on his chin. Or is that what he's got going? I can't see. Coach is blocking my view. Getting
stitched up. It brings back memories of 4 years ago, Maya Moore's MVP year. In a game against New York.
Well, 2 out of 3 is certainly above average for today's game.
It seems like that. In any event, the Lakers tie it up. But in Maya Moore's MVP season, in a game against New York, you may recall she and Simone Augustus butted heads going after a rebound. Maya had to get stitched up and still went off for 30. And she showed a pretty good bruise in the game at Chicago when I covered that one.
Well, Wilson's certainly suffering a little bit. He grabbed himself something to drink. We do not have any surgeons here to stitch him up.
No, or athletic trainers like Chuck Barta.
No one that good.
Well, Maya Moore's one tough cookie, though, as we've seen over the years. Not even her own teammates can stop her.
Oh. Rock pulled the spin move but lost the ball during the process. Might have been poked away, he might have been fouled, but the refs didn't call it.
He put himself on the spin cycle.
He did. I think he literally spun out there.
That's usually not a setting you want on your washer dryer. QB missing the layup. Lakers want to push. Dawson.
Nice.
Yes.
Parker wasn't able to steal it, so Dawson gets the easy layup.
Dawson up to 10.
Only 10?
It's been a rough game for the post players on the Lakers side.
Oh, Parker can take that move to Europe. That's a Euro step big time.
Latrell Love has 7, Dominique Dawson has 10. It's not been easy for the post players today.
Look at Love raising his hand. He's behind the three-point line, raising his hand. There you go, get in the post. You're much better there. Oh, good rebound, good attention, but he gets rid of it.
Didu got it.
Didu looks really strong and smooth, too, in the moments that he does. Surprisingly, they don't feature him a little bit more. He doesn't get a lot of touches, but he looks, you can see the talent there.
He's up to 8 points, 10 to shoot for the Lakers. And Rock Rogers having a tough time hanging on to the ball. Lost it on a spin move, and
maybe it's a little wet in here for him too. That ball went off his foot, then went off the ref's foot.
And then he lost it on a spin move a couple possessions ago. 81 all.
Whoa. I don't know what to say about that. Love just pulled a move that I cannot describe.
Stays with Didu, though. And denies a clean look. Dawson thought he had a post-up move for a minute. Goes out to Jackson, and he walked.
3 seconds.
No, defensive 3 seconds. I should say offensive 3 second. It is defensive 3 seconds.
On defensive.
It is defensive. That's a call you rarely see.
Mm-hmm.
They put it in the WNBA a few years ago when Brittany Griner became a pro.
Which is a good idea. It helps move the game.
Helps move the game, and it helps keeps folks like Griner and Cambage from camping out in the lane all day.
Taking total advantage of their dominant size.
So Quinton Jackson makes the technical free throw after the defensive 3 second call.
Lakers still have the ball and have a lead.
And the shot clock resets to 14.
I'm kind of ready for the craziest 5 minutes of my life.
Another 3 second call.
This time offensive, looks like. Nope, defensive again. Is it Didu not moving?
Rock Rogers having a word with one of the TC Elite coaches.
I'm sure it's because this is a friendly matchup, right? Lots of catching up to do.
I guess. I have never seen a game with 2 defensive 3 second calls on the same possession.
Now you have. You get a gold star on the calendar today. Things I've never seen.
Now what?
Did we get a
technical?
I think we might have.
Yes.
But TC Elite looking to rally. Coach better grab Parker. She's trying.
Technical foul, says the TC Elite.
As a team? I didn't see who he called that on.
May have been Parker.
I would think so.
And the Lakers have built a 3-point lead through technical free throws. 2 defensive 3-second calls, then a standard tech, and they still have the ball.
Oh, and now we have a towel on the floor.
And we got to do this again.
And we got to start it all over again. So, have we seen 3 foul shots made in a row until now?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. So that's...
I guess the secret for the Lakers, if you want to make the free throws,
just
do it on technicals.
Get everybody else out of the lane.
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Love's calling for
Love
it.
Doesn't see it.
Dawson.
Shot clock violation.
Dawson.
I think the Lakers forgot the shot clock only goes to 14 after a tech.
Dawson turned around for the turnaround shot, but he didn't have the ball in his hand to shoot it. So the clock expired on him.
In any event, the Lakers do have the lead thanks to 3 technical free throws. And we're going to have standard free throws as Bryce Williams heads to the line.
That was a strong take to the hoop. Interestingly enough, TC had vacated the lane. So when he drives down there, it's him against some defensive players. And, you know, if you're the offensive player and driving, odds are you're getting the foul. And that's exactly what happened. Just be strong. Sometimes the lanes seem too congested. And again, the foul pays off because the best you're going to get here is 1 out of 2.
Substitution, TC lead. Frequency May, Elijah Sabat chasing for Taylor Area and Jamal Jackson.
This could be a good substitution for TC Elite. They've gone a little bit smaller in size, but looks like they got their more established players in. 2-point game.
Meach Williams draws the foul. And Quinton Jackson trading barbs with someone on TC Elite. Rock Rogers and Latrell Love are playing Peacemaker.
Here we go. We're going to shake this out. That's good. I'm glad this calmed down. I'm good, he says. Good.
Latrell Love playing Peacemaker. You were right about these last 5 minutes.
What is happening? Pulls his shorts up. Love pulls his shorts up so high he gives himself a wedgie, and he's giving everybody he's creating peace. This is crazy. That's 4 straight makes for the Lakers at the stripe.
And it looks like I do see a little bit of blood on A.J. Wilson's jersey.
Oh yeah, right on the eye. 1 out of 2.
The Lakers 22 of 34. That's going to be a foul.
They're calling a little bit of body on Dawson. That was a great job slapping the ball loose.
Lee Moore expresses his displeasure at the call, but there was contact.
There was definitely body.
C.J. Parker at the line. Lakers are out of fouls to give. TC Elite has 2 more.
And that what I've seen in the fourth quarter that I haven't seen earlier in the game is you see TC Elite vacating the lane and letting someone drive into it. They're getting the contact and the foul shots. Two in a row.
1-point game, 85-84. Parker ups his total to 22. Rogers finds Jackson, 10 to shoot. Jackson with a pump fake, trying to find space. Can't find anybody.
Lakers like the mismatch, couldn't get the ball down low.
Saba, he's hacked.
Woo!
And TC Elite has a chance to take the lead at the line.
Ref drying the ball off with his hands. Why not? Three in a row. Game tied. Players are checking the floor again. Now suddenly they're making all their foul shots.
And the Lakers throw it away. Miscommunication on the inbound. TC Elite. Could this be their opportunity? Sabah, no good.
Good rebound. The Lakers are trying to collect themselves a little bit.
Williams.
Poke loose.
TC Elite with the steal. 4-on-1. Yes.
Parker really happy about that one. Timeout, Lakers.
.340 to go. 88-85. Lakers unraveling, and TC Elite taking advantage.
Yeah, TC Elite has kept it going. They have not given up. Even though they lost the lead, they fought back, and both sides really are starting to make those foul shots.
Once again, Lakers out of fouls to give. TC Elite still has 2, although it'll go down to 1 when we get to the final 2 minutes, but we've seen so many swings that the Lakers could find themselves back in front here in a hurry. The question is, how do they get the composure back with 3:40 to go?
Well, I think for sure you've got Mr. Composure in there with the rock. And actually, Love's been pretty calm today, considering as excited as we've seen him in the past. He's still providing quite the show, but he has not really lost his top since that earlier play.
Second place in the division and an inside track for the wild card playoff berth at stake in this one.
This is the battle we were told to expect. Less scoring, but still quite the battle.
And on top of it, the tiebreaker for the regular season series. Love almost lost it.
Tried to tap it to his teammate who went to get the ball.
Love, got to get it off.
He does.
And another sloppy possession by the Lakers. They're having trouble finding any inside route. TC Elite in the driver's seat. Big 3, no good. Jackson with the box out move to get the board. Rock.
Gets the block.
That will mean free throws for Rogers.
Number 5.
Sabat took a hard fall, slow to get up.
I think Wilson alone might have collected the charge, but Sabat did tap himself on the chest when that foul was called, saying, yeah, that was me.
A case where Sabat may not have got in position in time.
All right, 3-point game and the towel's back out. When you're sitting there waiting for these pauses, Mike, it reminds me of how efficient the NBA and WNBA are with those sweepers that they have. Those people run out between every play, and it prevents something like this from really needing to happen. We still have the pauses in the big leagues, but maybe not as long as this one.
Although there was the game, I believe it was Dallas, when Sylvia Fowles wanted to speed it up.
She did. She wanted to play.
She wanted to play, so she went out there. She wasn't the only one. Carmen Backus, the daughter of Michelle Backus, did the same thing. I covered the Chisago Lakes Matamidi game. Officials saw a wet spot, and Carmen Backus wiped it up.
Got one.
But you're right, it's a little harder to mop up wet spots here. They don't have the sweepers like you see in college and the pro, where you can go in and do a quick swipe and you're good. Rogers makes 2. 1-point game again with 2:52 left. Although the way this game is going, we might be here for another hour.
And we have the ref drying the ball off on his shorts before we can inbound it.
Weather playing a factor here again. We've got AC coming from the campus, but not as much AC going on here. It is a little warm inside the gym, and I imagine it's picking up, and that's going to be a foul. Quinton Jackson saying CJ Parker embellished it, but 3 free throws coming.
Trying to get the kick out.
And the game that will not end will pause for a few more minutes.
Continues.
What's going to happen if we get overtime?
Who knows? I have no idea. We might need more towels.
I've never
though.
seen so many wet spots on the floor.
I think there's an Aldi nearby. Do they have towels there? There's certainly going to be a lot more sweat because these guys are not done working.
Well, this is an issue you don't see a lot in the winter, for example, when the high school season is going on, because it's a lot cooler outside.
Air's a little drier.
Well, it's humid. Not quite as sticky as yesterday, but still enough where you can feel it. "87 degrees is the temperature, and I know the dew point was in the 70s.
Let's see if we can get all 3.
If he does, it would be a 2-possession game.
He does.
TC Elite up to 72% at the line.
2.5 minutes left.
Do the Lakers have anything left? They've had trouble finding space down low.
Whoa.
Latrell Love had nowhere to go.
Love falls to the floor in frustration after that spin move was not rewarded with a bucket.
TC Elite calls timeout with 2:18.
I think unfortunately when he hits the floor, doesn't he need to create another towel opportunity?
We shall see.
We shall see.
But right now the Lakers struggling to find anything inside, and you're running out of time here. A lot can happen with 2:18 and only a 4-point lead, but the Lakers, do they start looking at their outside shooters?
I don't know. Love's really frustrated, though. He just batted the ball away on a rebound from the referee who's shooting his half-court hook shots. Underhanded hook shots, I should add. But TC Elite, you got to be impressed. They keep getting caught, even passed, but they do not stop, and now they're back to a 4-point lead.
And if you're Latrell Love, or Jason Sandifer, you might be saying, hey, there's 2:18 left. You gotta keep the focus.
Absolutely.
This isn't the time to get frustrated by a miscue. Because this is crunch time.
Yep, and Love's going to be subbed out. Give him time to calm down. He's going to grab his chair and move it. He's going to go get himself some alone time. TC Elite's ready. Maybe there's a little bit of smiling and perkiness on their side. They got 2.5 minutes, just over 2 minutes to shut this down, get themselves the victory, and put themselves in a great position with that second playoff spot.
Nicole Charles praised the IQ and the experience of Tamara Moore, who has hung around the sport for a long time. Here's a chance to get a statement win and keep this win streak of TC Elite going.
And as crazy as this game has been, she's kept her cool.
And who else would it be? Elijah Sabah.
Big take.
Less than 2 minutes. TC Elite with a chance to ice it. But the Lakers, not out of it yet. They got to get baskets, though.
Oh, off the rim. Oh. Parker just stands there and collects that rebound.
TC Elite can milk the clock here. There it is. A.J. Wilson, who has been banged up throughout the game, with the putback slam, and that might be enough.
And the look on Wilson's face showed you he knew how big that rebound and dunk was.
And redemption of sorts on the part of Wilson, because he had to leave the game in the first half. Then he had to leave the game to take care of a bloody nose or bloody chin or something. Steal, no good there. Lakers ball, but they got to go. 1:07 left.
1 minute, 8-point lead. I think TC Elite coaching wants them to hold that ball. Don't be in such a hurry. Rock's running.
I think TC Elite was looking for the final blow, and instead they keep the Lakers alive, but they don't have much of a lifeline here.
No, Rock gets to do exactly what the Lakers need. Quick drive, stop the clock, maybe get some points here.
Free throws up in spotty, though,
and
that's where those misses add up.
We're back to 1 of 2.
Rogers up to 20. And a steal. It's Meach Williams. Less than a minute. Lakers need points. Rogers gives them 3.
Wise play by the point guard there. Oh, now someone's left alone down deep.
Elijah Sabah was left open on the leak out. 6-point game.
He just stayed back and waited.
Like we've seen so many times before, TC Elite loves to attack after a Lakers score. And that's going to be one of the factors that lead them to victory.
Williams did a great thing getting that rebound.
I'll say this, TC Elite did a great job today denying the post players, Dominic Dawson and Latrell Love, their opportunities. Yes. Dawson with just 10, Love with 7, making the Lakers go outside, and we saw these last couple of minutes, they were flabbergasted at that scenario.
I would not have guessed that happened at the beginning of this game, but that's exactly what's occurred.
And how about Elijah Sabah?
He's been phenomenal.
I'm not a fan of cliches, but for TC Elite, he seemed to be in the right place at the right time throughout this game.
Parker's had his moments too, scoring quite a chunk of points.
Parker with 27, Sabah with 25.
And Parker really hasn't done it in a loud way. He's just been part of the flow of the game. He started off pretty slow, I thought. Picked himself up in that second half.
Well, Parker, he made 3 free throws, if you recall.
Yes.
Free throws aren't the loudest way to get on the board, but
they count.
Now what?
Either a foul or a timeout. I think we might have had a water break here, a water cleanup break.
We've had how many of those in this game?
We should add it to the tally sheet next time.
And with the last home game being July 15th.
Might be warm enough. Now we're checking fouls.
That should be the last foul TC Elite can give in the final 2 minutes.
They're thinking this is number 5.
Or unless it was number 5, yes. That's right, because Rogers was fouled earlier.
Yep.
So that does put the Lakers in the bonus, although they would need a lot to go their way to win this game. So if the result holds for TC Elite, they'll take over second spot and get the inside track to that wild card spot in the Northwest
Wilson's
Division.
Healthy, but he's taken his jersey off and shoes, so he is not coming back into the game. He's now dropping the socks, and we've got foul shots happening.
So Dominique Dawson trying to hit a couple free throws here with the clock stopped. And he does, but it makes it a 5-point game. Lakers trying to get the steal before the foul, and here's C.J. Parker, who will have a chance to add to his total. So we may get to 100 after all.
We just might.
Just not in the way we anticipated.
Oh, here we go. So before hitting to the free throw line, Parker goes over to the Laker bench. Leaves smiling. And then he is there to collect his points. I guess that's how friendly it is.
In a clutch situation with 34 seconds left,
nothing but net.
things you rarely see at higher levels. Players on opposing teams having to work with each other in the middle of a tight stretch. Parker makes both free throws.
And Parker enjoys that moment to put the dagger in or to dig it in further.
193. Well, this game's been going on for so long that, Shamar Wilson, he might have to get to his other commitments here. Latrell Love doesn't look like he's going to go back in the game.
No, he's rocking flip-flops too.
Yeah, this was a long one.
James is still working hard, coaching. He's on one knee, diagramming out how he wants to finish this out. He's not ready to change into his flip-flops just yet. So, Lakers were split amongst the group in scoring earlier. A little bit of a breakout here with Rogers in the fourth.
.34 seconds.
Deep three, no good, but rebounded.
Kenny Bass with the score, but
nice spin for two more. They're going to do a full court press here.
Kenny Bass with the score, but not enough time here.
They're going to foul and stop the clock.
To number 24, Quinton Jackson. Number 9, Elijah Supply. Here's the line for TC Elite, shooting 2 with 24.1 seconds left to win the game.
Still in stat padding time here. And Elijah Sabah has a chance to add to his numbers. Parker and Sabah could not be stopped in this one. Sabah, the paint was his place of residence today.
Sabah gets the first of all.
So the Lakers will drop 2 in a row. And TC Elite will get us another
taking
statement
the 2,
win.
no, kicking out for the 3. Rogers bounces it. Poked in, no.
A microcosm of this fourth quarter for the Lakers.
Oh, ends with an air ball and a
Sabah gonna
alley-oop.
go for it. Why not?
2 more.
With that, Sabah goes to 28. The basket is Academic. 103-95 the final. TC Elite wins the season series and takes over second place in the Northwest Division.
They fought the whole game and took the win. They were able to create the biggest separation in the fourth quarter.
And I think the biggest difference in this one, keeping the inside threats at bay. Dominic Dawson, Latrell Love couldn't get going.
Nope.
And on TC Elite's end, CJ Parker, Elijah Sabah did plenty of work.
Handshakes are friendly considering how crazy this game was. That tells you how close these two teams are.
We'll try to get a word with a couple of the TC Elite players before we wrap it up. This is the Midwest Basketball League. TC Elite defeats the Lakers 103-95. And I'm joined by CJ Parker, Elijah Sabah, and AJ Wilson. AJ, well, I guess we'll start with you because you didn't score a lot of points, but you had a redemption of sorts. You had to leave the game twice. One, I think, for an illness, one for a bloody nose, bloody chin or something, and you helped get the closing run on your Northwest Division rival.
Yes, I want to give it up to these two right here. They played a great job. Also, our team, they played a great job. I just got to come in and step up when I needed to be step up and get the job done.
Well, I guess you can't say no blood, sweat, and tears go into this game, right?
Write that on that one.
CJ, you led the team in scoring with 29 points, came up with a bunch of clutch free throws late, had to fend off a hard-charging Lakers team throughout. How did you come up clutch in those last couple minutes?
It's all about mentality, man. Like coming into the game, we wanted to go off straight energy and positivity, and I know we fell short, like in between the quarters and halves and stuff like that. So I just had to get in my own head and focus and help my team out, do all the little things I could do to come out.
Your co-owner, Nicole Charles, told me the last time you met with the Lakers, there was a lack of focus. How did you regain it for this meeting?
All mentality, and that's what it was. The last game, I knew like I wasn't really focused. I wasn't really positive. I was beating up myself. I was on my teammates a lot, and that came down on me. So this game, I try to take all the bad things that I did and do good. I think that helped us a lot.
And another thing that helped you, keeping the inside threats at bay, Dominic Dawson, Latrell Love, was that your plan going in, or did the game just trend in that direction?
It kind of trended in that direction. I knew they bigs was pretty good. They got a whole team that's pretty good. So Dom and Latrell is like icing on the cake for them. You know what I mean? They offensive rebound, they defensive rebound. They can score definitely in a post, 15 feet out. They can shoot a little bit. They got soft touch. So we kind of adjusted to them. You know what I'm saying? Me and E, AJ, all of our other bigs, Gaston. So.
And Elijah, speaking of the inside, that's where you dominated throughout this one. A lot of drives. You hit a 3 just to show us your range. But how were you able to get inside penetration on a regular basis?
Man, you just got to stay grounded, get to the bucket, you know what I mean? My teammates helped out a lot. I got a couple screens, and just got to the bucket.
How big is this win? You win the regular season series, you get second place, you hold the tiebreaker if it comes down to it for that wild card spot.
Oh, man, we definitely got to focus our next 2 games because they're both away. They're both away games, and we got to, Hey, I'm just glad we won, man.
A lot of laughs here, and I've never seen a rivalry like this where you guys were all chatting up with each other, even in the closing seconds. What does this rivalry mean to everybody?
It's important, man. These guys, we play with these guys besides out of here, you know what I mean? We play at the gym, we play in other leagues and stuff like that, so try to keep it, kosher,
And AJ, I'll talk to you on this perspective because not only do you have a couple big road games, you've had to go around and play a lot of home games at alternate host sites. How do you handle that, and how do you just keep the focus from on the court or on the product on the court instead of where you're playing?
Man, we just got to come out and just play anywhere. Any gym we go to, we just got to go get it done. Don't matter where we go, hot, cold, we got to get it done at the end of the day. So that's how we got to do our job. Exactly.
It was Nicole who told me we don't care, we can win anywhere, and over the last few games you have proven that in many instances. You want to say hi to anybody?
Nah, I just want to tell the Court Kings we coming.
We coming.
We coming.
We coming.
We need another W.
We coming.
That's right. This was the team that ended the 38-game win streak of Cedar Valley, and they'll be looking to extend their winning streak next week. But hard-fought win. Congratulations on the victory, and we'll see if it gets you a playoff spot.
Thank you.
All right. That was a very sweaty but very happy group from TC Elite. That wraps up our coverage here from the high school for recording arts. For Don Ackerman, I'm Mike Peden. Thank you for watching.